Jacobs is recognized.
Mr. Chairman, I have an amendment at the desk.
Clerk will distribute the amendment. The clerk shall report the amendment.
Amendment to the amendment in the nature of a substitute to H.R. 5826, offered by Ms. Jacobs of California. Strike Section 9 and insert the following. Section 9, report on strategy to communicate risks for travel to Iran. Sense of Congress. It is the sense of Congress that the Secretary of State should engage in a strategy to underscore the imminent.
Without objection, further reading of the amendments dispensed with. The gentlelady is recognized for 5 minutes on her amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I am incredibly proud that San Diego has a strong, vibrant diaspora community, including many from Iran. And annually, tens of thousands of Americans travel to Iran to reunite with relatives, to celebrate milestones, and to maintain the familial bonds that distance and politics stretch but never break. That's why I find Section 9 of H.R. 5826, with its directive to the Secretary of State to invalidate U.S. passports for travel to Iran, to be so concerning. Restricting the freedom of movement of ordinary families in the U.S. doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't enhance our national security. State Department has already recognized and warned Americans of the risks of traveling to Iran, like kidnapping, detention, or instability. Instead of imposing punitive restrictions on our citizens, we should enhance our strategies to protect them. Rather than an outright ban, my amendment would direct the State Department to report to Congress the current dangers associated with travel to Iran, assess the efficacy of existing advisories, and propose enhanced measures for communicating risks and protecting our citizens abroad. I urge my colleagues to support this amendment, which upholds our core values while addressing the geopolitical complexities we face. I yield back.
Would my friend yield?
Oh, I yield to my friend.
I thank my good friend, and I want to support this amendment. You know, we are the land of the brave and home of the free, or home of the brave and land of the free. We ought not to be in the position of prohibiting Americans from traveling, frankly, anywhere. And as Ms. Jacobs points out, by actually facilitating family visits and other interchanges with Iran, we have a better chance over time of effectuating the kind of positive change we want to see. We have other examples where, in fact, we've had strict travel bans, and they did not produce at all the desired results we sought. In fact, they managed to shore up the regime and keep it in power for more than a half a century. So allowing flexibility and respecting the fact that there are Iranian Americans with family in Iran, and allowing them to have their family connections, their family celebrations, I think is really important. I think this amendment does that, while also allowing us to monitor it, to make sure that if there were some severe reason to restrict that travel, the State Department would be monitoring it and informing Congress as to the whys and wherefores of that. So I think this is a thoughtful amendment. I think it improves the bill. I'm happy to support it, and I thank my friend for yielding.
Thank you. I yield back.